Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barrett. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here in the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the WOJFL. The World of Juice Football League is returned. And last episode, let's just say there's a little bit of a meltdown, you could say. We're over it, we're past it, we move on. Today's episode will conclude the first ever regular season in the WOJFL. We've got week 17 and week 18 in today's episode. These are must-win games now. With what happened last episode and what's been happening in the past couple episodes with our, I think, a 3-game losing streak we're on right now, these are must-win games. We need to beat the Elks and we need to beat the Oilers if we want to have any shot at postseason football here in year number 1 of the WOJFL. So it is all hands on deck if we want to have ourselves a playoff appearance here in year number 1. So without further ado, it's time to get into the episode. We don't need any long, extensive intro today. Let's get into the episode, get into these games, and get our game face on, focus up, and get the job done. So if you guys are excited, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's get the final regular season weeks of the WOJFL year number 1 underway. So here we are, week 17. We know what happened the past couple of weeks. We're not going to talk about it. So we come into this week 17 matchup against the Albuquerque Elks as a 9-6 team. We are at home against the lesser talented team, I should say. They're 8-7. Their splits are not anywhere near as good as we are, but as we've seen in the past, that doesn't mean anything when it comes to actual in the game stuff. So we need to focus tremendously hard and get these 2 W's if we want to have any shot of getting into the playoffs. Because as we've seen in the My Franchise tool for the playoff picture, we are in a heated battle with both the Golden Eagles and the Houston Oilers for not only just a playoff spot, but also for the division. So if we can win both of these games, including a game against the Oilers, who we've already beaten once already in this season, we need to hope that the Golden Eagles lose at least one of their games. They're already on a 1-game losing streak, so are the Oilers. So if either one of these teams, hopefully both of them, slip up a little bit, then we can maybe take advantage of that and win the division, and host a playoff game. That's the hope. Is that going to happen? Probably not, considering the way this game this season has played out so far. But without further ado, it's time to get into the game. The Albuquerque Elks, I don't think they're one of the teams that has any updated jerseys. No, they don't. Okay, I didn't think they did, but now we know for sure. So what uniforms are we going to rock? Are we going to rock any custom ones? Should we rock maybe some white pants with the purple tops? Yeah, let's rock white pants, purple tops, purple helmet, and then we'll figure out something else for the final game of the season against the Oilers. It is go time here in the Week 17 matchup in the WOJFL. Elks, Wizards, big time matchup. We need a win here. Every game matters in the WOJFL, but these ones matter a little bit more as we take on these 8-win Elks, who I don't really have a scouting report on too much. I think they've played decently well throughout the season. Obviously, they're not playing amazing because they're probably not going to make the playoffs, but they're still playing good enough because they've got 8 wins. So I mean, they're doing fine for what their roster splits say they are. I mean, they're like what, mid to low 80s across the board. So who knows exactly how talented they are. But knowing this game, although it's not a good start for them on their first drive, they're probably going to play like their 99 overall God squad. That's usually how it happens. But they're starting the drive on a 3rd and 10. So after 2 incomplete passes from their quarterback Shorter, hardly know her. And if we can get some pressure I missed that. That's on me. I hate myself. I completely whiffed. I completely whiffed on that tackle. I had Trey Watts with an easy sack. I had a free rein to him, and I completely missed it. That's 100% on me. I can't even be mad at anything else. And you know I hate it when it's on me and I can't blame anything else. That's super annoying. Meek Thunder had 81 yards on 20 carries last game as we were getting smoked by the Armadillos, unfortunately. 2nd down and 9. Let's run that back. Let's get another pass with a pass attempt with the quarterback to get Trey Watts a blitz counter, something to get into the backfield. I don't know. We need to get a sack opportunity. I need to redeem myself after that horrible sack attempt I had with Trey Watts. But they get the first down anyway. And if you missed the last episode as well, we found out that the London Monarchs have gotten a win. So there will no longer be a winless team in year 1 of the WOJFL. I was kind of hoping, I was rooting for them not to get a win just so that we can make history here in the first season and have somebody not win a single game all year. That'd be pretty cool. But now that they've won their game, they're the final team to get a win. And it's kind of upsetting. It's kind of upsetting because we had kind of a cool little underlying secondary story playing out while we were playing our games. But they did get their victory. Oh, Kelly in the backfield easily shutting down that run from Meek Thunder. And he's happy about it. Kelly hasn't got a lot of respect this season. It's mainly been the edge rushers. It's mainly been Jabari Sims, Trey Watts, Jadeveon Carter. It hasn't really been the big guys inside that have done much this season. Ooh, that's a late hit. Jadeveon Carter makes an impact on shorter, but he's able to get the ball away regardless. So it's 3rd and 4. I'm going to need a massive stop here. Force a field goal. Nope, we're going to force a touchdown, it looks like. Yes, that is a touchdown for the Albuquerque Elks, and they lead 7-0, possibly, if they make this extra point. Are we going to get diced up by the pass this game? It looks about like it. We had a 3rd down and 10, and they only got a first down completion because I missed the tackle. I missed the sack with the Trey Watts. So that's annoying because we could have stopped them if I didn't miss that stupid tackle. Flash Wilson back to return. He's got some electric speed, and I don't know how I got caught there. If we're being totally honest, I thought I had a breakaway. All right, Bradson, you've upset me at times, but you've also impressed me at times. I need you to do the latter. We need to go out here and be dominant on offense. Speed McCree's had a tremendous season so far, and it's really even gotten better as the season's gone on. He's gotten a lot more yards. He's gotten a few touchdowns, not too many, nothing outrageous or anything. Oh, that's a tremendous tackle. Just a tremendous tackle. We're going to go this little play action cross. This usually works, especially with no safety over the top. Like, there's no safety playing in the back there. So if I can get an accurate throw, and I will, it's MVP Marquez Vontel Porter with a nice catch. Good enough throw from the boy Bradson Darn. I'll take it. And I'm just realizing, because I just saw that his X Factor just like popped in my mind that he has an X Factor actually. I don't think we've activated the X Factor since Bradson Darn, since I changed it to Gambit. I don't think I've activated it yet, which says a lot about me, doesn't it? 3rd and 1, another 3rd and 1 situation, but can Speed deliver? No, Speed can. It's not really Speed's fault that he couldn't deliver that one. That is bad blocking by the offensive line. He would have probably had that pretty easily. And I'm just going to take off and run. I might as well. Good block thrown. And Bradson Darn. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Bradson Darn just got spun around like he was in a washing machine or a dryer or something. Look at this dive. He's putting his body on the line for the good of the team. I got to see a replay of that. I got to see a replay of that. Bradson Darn's not the fastest guy in the world, but he's got really high acceleration. So when he gets to his top speed, he gets to his top speed quickly, which is how he gets away from this defensive lineman here. And then we get a good block thrown by the receiver, and then Bradson just takes it to the house. And in the process of taking it to the house, he gets leveled and spun inside himself here. That's the craziest tackle ever. Oh my God. Bradson Darn just got spun around like a top. I don't know what the thumbnail is going to be. Is it going to be something like this? Maybe a little dive across the line kind of thing. This is the craziest tackle I've ever seen. Bradson Darn putting it all on the line to get that touchdown, and then the spin. The spin is what makes it. With a leg up in the air like that. That's kind of good. That's kind of good right there. All right, so we go down the field pretty efficiently. No real harm done, and we tie the game back up. That is the ideal thing. I mean, obviously, the super ideal thing would be to not have allowed the touchdown on the other side with the Elks, but we can't really change that. So, got to just do our best, hope that we can stop these guys from doing the exact same thing they just did, and we can go out here and maybe create some distance between us. 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Kind of a quick first quarter because we really ran the ball with Speed McCree, taking a lot of time off there. And the Elks had a lot of time in their first possession. And Devion Carter will force Shorter to run out of the pocket, but he'll have his guy. It's dropped. Good coverage by Prince. But that's the kind of stuff I want to see. I want to see Jadeveon Carter, Trey Watts, Jabari Sims. I want to see all these guys force the quarterback out of the pocket. It's going to be a screen pass, and we're going to be able to stop that Flash Wilson. He's not just good at punt returns and kick returns. He's a good backup corner. And he did a little tiny. He babied him. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. So we go into the second quarter all tied up at 7. It's a 3rd and 11 for the Elks. Okay. What do we got here? Nothing. How does he beat you? It's a tight end. He can't be that fast. Austin Miles gets beat in coverage. Unfortunate. And it's a first down on a huge 3rd down play. And that's going to be knocked incomplete. Woodson, I think, got his hand in there. I was just going for the tackle, but he must not have been close enough for the tackle, and maybe the tackle wasn't going to register. So he just put his hand out there for the deflection, and it worked. I'll take it. It is a pass deflection. The running back, Meek Thunder, almost broke through. That was scary. I thought he was going to break off that tackle and just burst through for a huge gain, maybe even a touchdown, but luckily he got shut down and stopped. And now it's a 3rd and 7. So they've had a 3rd and 11 and a 3rd and 7 on this drive. We got to stop him here. They shouldn't have had this drive. Or they shouldn't have this down. That's a deep throw. He's going to run underneath it. And he's caught it. Storm McKinley just got cooked in one-on-one. Or was it Flash Wilson? Somebody, one of the two, got cooked in one-on-one. And the quarterback Shorter just lobbed it right there. Put it in the breadbasket. It was Flash Wilson who made the tackle. So he's the one who got beat in coverage. Oh, Morrison. He picked it. Morrison picked it. Oh, he didn't get it out. He didn't get both feet in bounds. Smoke Morrison, who has, I think, the league lead in interceptions with 7, did not get his feet in bounds. Both feet. Upsetting. Brick Law makes a good tackle there on Thunder. And it is 3rd and 8. Man, I cannot believe that Smoke Morrison made the pick but didn't get both feet in bounds. 3rd and 8. Oh, Trey Watts. I'm not going to miss this time. I did not miss the sack. Trey Watts brings him down, and that's a field goal attempt for the Albuquerque Elks. That's a good recovery drive. Now, I obviously would have preferred not allowing any points, and they still might. They might miss this field goal. You never know. It's up, and it's right down the middle. So, 10-7, but that is a good recovery drive. If we couldn't force a turnover or force no points out of it, I guess it's okay to allow 3 because we're still in this game. If we can score a touchdown, if we can have the same kind of drive we just had, then we can come away with another 7 points and have the lead for the first time. And Flash Wilson, again, he's just so close. He's just so close. He just doesn't have that quick burst like he needs to have. Man, he's going to break another one. I know I think he has, 2 or 3 on the season? At least 2. I know he's due for another one. It's just not happening right now. It is just not happening. 2nd and 9, not 3rd and 9. but it could be if I get tackled here. 2nd and 9 and take another run. 3rd and 4. Let's go with a little bench play. I'm looking at the tight ends here. I'm looking at Yarborough mainly. And he's not really open. So, oh, now he is. What the heck? The linebacker just kind of backed away from him. I don't know what that was. Luckily, Bradson Darn delivered an accurate ball. And that is a 1st down completion for the Wizards. And this is probably going to be the final play before 2-minute warning. Oh, you didn't throw a block, but I broke away the tackle anyway. Speed McCree. That was a crazy sequence. I thought I was going to get tackled behind the line of scrimmage. I broke off of it. Then I didn't. I thought I was going to have a touchdown. Then I ran into the back of my receiver. It was just, oh, it was crazy. Luckily, we got a huge gain out of it anyway. Can't be too mad at that. 1st and 10 after the 2-minute warning. Underneath, quick throw, dropped. MVP couldn't hang on after the hit. That, to be fair, that was a bad throw. A bad decision. I shouldn't have made that decision. 2nd and 10, we're going to go with a little screen to McCree. We know that Tyreek Lawson can throw some blocks. He was the one who threw the block on the Bradson Darn touchdown run anyway, so we know that he can throw some blocks, but it doesn't look like we even had him to worry about because it was the offensive linemen who were throwing the blocks there. I had to get that screen away, or that pass away, a lot sooner than I wanted to. Even for a screen, I got to throw this. I don't like it. Yarborough holds on. He's been having a case of the drops the last couple of episodes, but I'm glad he held on to that one because I did not like any of my options on that route or on any of those routes. And speed, he didn't have the speed to break more than 2 yards on that one. 2nd down and 8. If we get the ball to start the second half, so if we can time this right and come away with a touchdown here with really no time left, I would be really happy as MVP holds on big time touchdown. We have all of our timeouts, so we can afford to have some clock run off here. Trail shake. Run the same play again. Roll out of the pocket, throw it away. Don't want to throw a pick. Oh, that's 4th and 1. Oh, that's a bad decision. I didn't realize it was 3rd and 1. That's my bad. No, we got to go for this. I know that we have the chance to take the points and tie it up. I got to go for this. We're in a must-win situation in the playoffs. We got to take it. Got to take the chance. And I got a man open. It's Edinson Yarborough. We can call our first time out perfectly fine. I thought that I was going to get some like crazy Madden BS and that guy coming across the face of the middle of the screen. I thought he was going to like intercept that ball. That's just my like PTSD from playing Madden so much. Oh, man. All right, so we got 2 timeouts remaining, 30 seconds even on the clock, and Speed McCree out of the backfield. He's got the space. Speed McCree scores. 24 seconds remain on the halftime clock, and Speed McCree comes out of the backfield, scores the touchdown, and that's why you go for it in a desperate situation like that on 4th and 1. To be fair, we shouldn't have been in the 4th and 1 situation in the first place. I just forgot that it was 3rd and 1, and I threw the ball away, wasting that down. But we completed it. And then we score the touchdown afterwards. So we're feeling pretty good to go into the half. Now, with 24 seconds left, they still have all their timeouts, so there still could be some sort of chuck to field goal range. Who knows what's going to happen? Or they could just, like, run the ball and waste the clock, which is possible. Jalen Chestnut looks like their best receiver. He's got 855 and 8 touchdowns on the season. I remember seeing his name at some point during the season looking at the franchise tool, but he's kind of fallen off. There's been some big-time receivers catching passes this year across the league. And they are going to pass, but he's going to throw it out of bounds, so he wastes a decent amount of time. Well, like 6 seconds or something? I don't know how much exactly he wasted, but it was good enough. Bringing it to 2nd and 10. Oh, Jabari. Oh, that was play action. I would have got to you. Oh, it's a holding call. He's going to have a touchdown, but it's a holding call. Brady Montana, unless he could stop him. Brady Montana does stop him. It's a holding call, so that's coming all the way back. He was doing some crazy, like, bobbing and weaving there. I couldn't get to him. Thank God for the hold, because that would have given them a touchdown, probably. That was a massive mess up by their offensive lineman. And now they're just going to let the clock run out. Yep. So we go into the halftime locker room, 14-10. Exactly what we needed to do. Now we get the ball. We can create some separation. This is the separation I was talking about earlier in the drive, earlier in the game. This is the type of separation that I was hoping to create. But now we have to go actually out there and score the touchdown to create that separation. The kick is away. Flash Wilson back to return. And Flash Wilson... I chose the wrong path there. I thought there was going to be more space. And I guess I foolishly thought that the blocker was going to hold his block longer than a half a second. And you guys know how I feel about Parker Peters. So he makes a big catch. One of the games, I don't know if it was the Armadillos or if it was the other game. I forget who we played. I forget who we played in the first game of the last episode. But one of those games... Oh, that's... Forget what I was saying. Edinson Yarborough mosses a man and dives into the end zone for a touchdown. Edinson Yarborough, who's been the best player on the team and the worst player on the team in the same season, has his greatest catch. I was just chucking that up there because I didn't know what else to do. And Bradson loves it. Oh my God. Edinson Yarborough just made the catch of the year, possibly. That was a crazy catch. A crazy catch. And that gives us a 21-10 lead. That's the separation. That is the distance I wanted to create between us and the Elks. Unfortunately, that is a very quick strike touchdown. So that leaves a lot of time in the third quarter for the Elks to work with. I was hoping that maybe we could run off maybe 2-3 minutes of time with a couple McCree runs or something, but hey, we scored. I cannot complain about a crazy touchdown catch from Edinson Yarborough. Cannot complain about it. Let's go out here and play some really good defense. We've been able to get past the offensive line and get to the quarterback, not super consistently, but we've been able to do it. And right there again, Jadeveon Carter breaks through and stops that run behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 2. So, I mean, it's possible to get past this offensive line. We obviously have better talent on the defensive line than they have on the offense. So, we just need to get there. Shorter needs to hold the ball a little bit longer. And, oh my God, they keep doing the runs that look like they're going to be play action. And if they are play action, I got easy sacks on the quarterback. And I guess that's why they're not doing play action. That's like the second or third time that's happened. They got to keep throwing the football, though. The throwing of the football is what has kept them in this game and what gave them a lead in the first place. Because we know that we got a really good run defense. That's why I'm pretty sure that's why we're still number 1 in total defense in the league, is because of how good our run defense is. But our pass defense gets shredded every single week. So, and we're in man coverage most of the time. So I don't know why the Elks would ever stop throwing the football, because they should know by now, and every team around the WOJFL should know that if you throw the ball against the Wizards defense, you're going to probably win a bunch of games. I mean, look at this stuff. I mean, it's just embarrassing. He's going to score a touchdown off of that. Like, what are we doing? Like, what was that me? Did I do something wrong there? I missed the tackle, obviously, but I don't really even know what I did wrong there. I probably did something wrong, but that's just embarrassing. Like, we gotta play better than that. Our defensive line, or our secondary is not bad at all. And that's like, come on. Why are you getting beat on a little out route to the sideline? Like, what's happening here? I don't know, but they get the 2-point conversion to convert, and they are now down 21-18. So just like that, the separation I wanted to create is pretty much gone, and now we got to go and do it again. This time, I'm hoping we can take a little bit more time off the clock. I would prefer that if we don't score before the fourth quarter. Is that going to happen? Heck if I know. But McCree does take a nice carry to the first down marker. Now we're under 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Snap it quickly for McCree. I need you to break that tackle speed. Luckily, he's able to get back to the line of scrimmage, but unfortunate that he couldn't break the tackle. Do I do a halfback stretch? These rarely ever work for me, but the times they do work is when you have a guy like Speed McCree in your backfield, and they didn't work for me. Where's the blocking? Like, what? What are we doing? Where's any type of blocking? If I get a second of extra blocking there, I can get around that, and it won't be at least a loss of 4 or whatever it was. And Bradson's gonna have to do it himself. He's got a lot of room. He might have himself another touchdown. Where is this guy coming from? I thought I had a touchdown, but the receiver just let him go by me, or go by him and let him tackle me without even caring. But Bradson Darn now, 2 plays in this game he's made with his feet, and they've both resulted in huge plays, including one being a touchdown. underneath to Walker, hardly know her. Probably could have went deeper down the field, but might as well just take the easy throw, get a couple yards out of it. Don't need to go anything crazy, especially when Darn has accuracy issues at times. Nothing doing there on the run. Do we go with the drive wheel? Let's go with the drag. The Y drag. I've had success with this play in the past, mainly when I go to Yarborough here. Although Speed's open, and Speed will get tackled for a first down. Thank you very much. You could have easily just tackled me for a 4th down attempt, but you tackled me so hard that you pushed me into the first down marker. I appreciate that. And Speed, if the Oluwatimi would actually follow up on his block, get to the effing second level, we would have had a touchdown there. Out of the backfield, Speed quickly throwing to him, and that will be the end of the third quarter. I did what I wanted to do. I took away all the time in the third quarter, and we haven't scored yet. And we're down in range to do that, to score. Now let's actually punch it in. We're going to hand it off to the big, meaty man, Lamar Ferguson IV. He's vultured a lot of touchdowns this season from Speed. He got the first down, thank God. Thank God he got the first down, but he did not get the actual touchdown. We're going to give it to him one more time. Come on, Lamar. Get it done. He does. Lamar Ferguson pushed into the end zone, across the line, and the Wizards have their lead back. Extra point will go up and through, and it is back to a 10-point lead. Well, it's now to a 10-point lead. I don't think we had a 10-point lead when previously, before they scored their touchdown. But it is 28-18 with 1 quarter to go. Basically 6 minutes of game time left. All of their timeouts, and they've diced us up through the air. So I'm not putting it past this team to do that again. Knowing my defensive backs, even though they're super good, they're some of the best in the league, we're going to get cooked probably. Unless my defensive line or linebackers or safeties, that's Austin Miles right there, if they can cause incompletions, I'd be totally happy with that. Totally happy. That's a little check down. Oh, Smoke missed the tackle. Luckily, it's picked up by Miles, but I came in there with like a nice little cut stick, but he just bounced off. Smoke Morrison just bounced off like he bounced off like a rubber wall or something. 3rd and 4. Come on, Jadeveon, you gotta get off that. It's an incomplete pass. He overthrew his receiver at the sideline. That's a tough throw to hit. It's 4th and throw. Do they go for it? Of course they do. But I need Jadeveon Carter to win immediately, man. He's too talented to get pushed around by this offensive guard. Get some pressure. He didn't do it. Oh my, I hate you. I hate everything. That should not have been a completed catch. He just kind of like circled him and dove around him. That's stupid. You should automatically lock on, but he didn't do that. And it's a completed catch, 1st down. They convert the 4th down, and they keep the drive alive, and they keep their hopes for winning this game alive. Another quick throw. How did he hold on to that? They've dropped that in the past. They got lucky on that one. Certainly lucky on that one, but they're wasting a lot of time. We are about to be under 4 minutes to go in this game, and they still would need a field goal or another touchdown. Carter forces him to roll out. He throws it. It's going to be caught by the... was that a tight end or a receiver? I don't know, but Brick Law, I tried to get in front of him. He just wouldn't go. He wouldn't get in front of him. I told you, man, they must have heard me. All you got to do is dice us up through the air, and you'll move down the field pretty quickly. Oh, that's unbelievable. He's open in the middle. What is man coverage even doing? Is man coverage working? Obviously not. Come on, guys. I need Jadeveon to win, man. Get off the line. Oh, I screwed that up. I didn't know I was him. And that's a quick touchdown by the Elks. I didn't know I was that guy. I thought I was somebody else. And I just ran right around him. They'll go for their extra point to make it a 3-point game with 3 minutes to go. I don't think they onside kick here. I think they trust their defense and they kick it deep. So I'm going to play for kick it deep. Yes, okay. I didn't think, there's still a lot of time left. I didn't think they would do that. But now all we have to do is basically just hold the ball. We don't need to score. We don't need to do anything crazy. We don't need to even really do anything. We just need to waste time and maybe get in the field goal range, I guess, with like maybe a minute left to go, something like that. I don't know. Or I guess we could score. I wouldn't be mad at scoring as long as it doesn't come super quick. But as long as we can waste a bunch of time, that'll be the real goal. And what I'm going to do is, since I have a 3-game losing streak that I'm trying to break here, I'm going to snap this ball with like 2 seconds to go every single time. I'm not snapping this ball any higher than 2 seconds. I'm going to drain as much time off as I physically can. That's a sidearm throw from Bradson Darn. I don't think you need to be making those kind of plays with your accuracy issues. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Okay, so 3rd and 3. I will now have to snap the ball because the clock's not going to move. So there's no point in just waiting. So what do we call here? Do we go for a run? I feel like that's a little risky. Maybe the mesh spot. I do love a good mesh spot. One of my favorite plays to run. And this is why. Walker hardly nowhere. Open. He did get out of the end zone, or out of bounds, but they called the timeout. So they've used their first timeout. We need them now to use their next 2. And speed can make them do that here with a nice run. 2nd and 5. One more play that doesn't get called for like a penalty or something will make them use their final timeout. McCree almost got the first down, and that is it. No more timeouts for the Albuquerque Elks. So one more run will keep the clock moving. If we can get a first down here, that might end the game. And Speed McCree's done just that. And he's cutting around the side. Speed McCree, don't score. I could have easily scored with Speed. It's not the right move. Not the right move to score. Because we need to win this game. I value the win more than the regular stats for the individual stats for Speed. He's already had a tremendous season so far. So I pass the win off, or the touchdown off, and we will take our victory because this is about the playoffs. We need to get in the playoffs. So we will win this game 28-25 over the Albuquerque Elks. To be fair, we played really, really well on offense. We were very consistent. Nothing really too screwy happened. The screwy stuff happened on defense. We just got completely torched on defense. Our corners could not cover. Our safeties couldn't cover. Our linebackers couldn't cover. The really only saving grace on the defense was the defensive line, where they were forcing the quarterback to run around a little bit longer than he needed to. But other than that, I mean, our secondary got cooked, as it usually does. And that is the final snap that I will have to make. Big time victory. That pushes us to a 10-win team and keeps our playoff hopes alive. I don't know what the Oilers did. I don't know what the Golden Eagles did. Hopefully, they both lost. Although the Oilers, I'm pretty sure, were playing. Yeah, they're playing down there on the bottom against the Orbits, and they are going to win their game. So that's a little frustrating. So they'll go to a 11-win team or a 12-win team? I think an 11-win team. They'll be 11-win team. They'll be tied with the Golden Eagles unless the Eagles won as well. But that's a big victory for the Orlando Wizards. Very, very big. Very, very big. What's going to happen around the rest of the league? Percy Usbeth gets an upgrade point. That's useful. I like that. But that gets rid of our losing streak. Puts us to a 10-win team. And it looks like the Oilers did win and the Golden Eagles won as well. So I don't know what's going to happen in this final week. I don't know if we've even clinched a playoff spot. We'll take a look at that in the Smoke More Snap 296. We'll take a look at that in the franchise tool to see exactly what the playoff picture looks like. But one final game to go. We've already played against this Oilers team and we beat them. We got to go do it again. But first, let's recap what happened around the WOJFL in Week 17. Around the rest of the WOJFL, here's what the playoff picture looks like. We have not clinched a spot yet. The Oilers have, and most of all the positions in the NFC have been decided yet, except for that final seed, the 7 seed. But there's still two spots to be decided. It looks like the Golden Eagles have clinched a playoff spot. They've won the division, I think, because even if the Oilers beat us and they go to 12-5, I don't think they can beat the Eagles even if they lose. So I think they've clinched their division. Oilers have made the playoffs. We are still yet to make the playoffs. We have not clinched a spot yet. Also, this division right here, we'll get right into it. Let's go to the standings. Where are the standings at? There they are. All right, so we knew the Shamrocks have clinched their division. They are also the 1 seed. Then the Condors, this is the AFC North here. This is the division that's still up for grabs. And unfortunately, because of the way the rules are, they get to host a playoff game even though they're not as good as anybody else. Kind of annoying. The Golden Eagles have made the playoffs, and so have the Oilers, but there could be us. If we win against the Oilers, we could certainly make the playoffs as well. The Desperados made the playoffs, and the Voyagers also made the playoffs. Tigers make the playoffs over in the NFC side of things, and so do the Thunderbirds. Then the Bulls, then the Steamers, and the Antlers. We stopped the Elks from possibly doing that. And then the Portland Pioneers, who are the best team in the entire WOJFL at 15-1. Good for them. So that's kind of what the playoff picture is looking like. I don't think we get an actual playoff tab, which would be kind of cool, but I don't think we get that. The rankings, we are still number 1 defensively. Still don't know how, except for our defense against the run is pretty good. We've moved up, though. The Armadillos, who we lost to, and the Orbits, who we did beat, I think, right? Or did we lose to the Orbits? I don't remember. I know we lost to the Armadillos because that happened last episode. They now dropped below us. Where are we at in the total rankings? We are ranked 17, so still kind of middle of the pack. And the Week 17 stats, or the Week 17 schedule, the Black Knights defeat the Aviators 27-21. Lumberjacks on Saturday night defeated the Dreadnoughts 35-13. Then start on Sunday. Shamrocks defeat the Sentinels in a close game, high-scoring game too, 37-34. Huskies beat the Steamers 17-14. Golden Eagles barely escaped the Dragons 16-10. Oilers destroy the Orbits 34-19. There's our score 28-25 over the Elks. Redwoods fall massively to the Riverhawks 35-3. Snowhawks beat the Thunderbirds 31-21. Caps defeat the Monarchs 20-16. I really wish those Monarchs were still winless. Antlers beat the Armadillos 35-14. Tigers defeat the Mounties 27-7. Blues fall 27-10 over underneath the Pioneers, who are the best team in the WOJFL. Desperados beat the Voyagers 28-14. Condors defeat the Bison 30-24, and the Bulls beat the Nighthawks 23-17. Penn Brady leading the league in passing yards, but I don't think anybody's going to pass my man Steigenberger. He's just tossing dimes with these touchdowns. Herschel Gates leads the league in rushing yards. No surprise there. He's almost got 2,000. If he goes off for a crazy game in this final week, he could have 2,000. I think, all right, that's an 8? Yeah, that's an 8. I had to make sure for a second. Where is our boy Speed? He should be around here somewhere. Here he is. He's number 20. He's got 1,100 yards and 11 touchdowns. That's not too shabby. That's a fine season from Speed McCree. Receiving-wise, Ja'Cory Crispy looks like he's going to secure the best receiver in the league. I don't think we have a guy up here because if we go to passing, where is Bradson Darn at? Bradson Darn is 28th. He's got 3,200 yards and 20 touchdowns. Yeah, so we're probably not going to be getting a guy that's going to have 1,000 yards. That's just not going to be the case. Tackle leader is Fred Foster now instead of Rich Hood. Wait, Foster, was he always the leader over Rich Hood, or was it swapped? I can't remember exactly. Sacks, Jadeveon Carter still leads the league in sacks with 14.5, although Ed Baldwin is coming up right on his tail. Interception leader Smoke Morrison still leads with Howard Woodson, his teammate, right behind him. So we're going to have a couple guys lead the league in stats, mostly on defense, which is why our defense is number 1, I guess. And that's pretty nice. I do like that. If we take a look at the upcoming free agents, is there going to be anybody that is super crazy? The highest overall player is going to be 33-year-old Devontae Miller, middle linebacker for the Armadillos. He looks like he's going to be, unless he re-signs with the Armadillos, he could be the highest overall player in the free agent class this year. Then Rashawn Terry, 25-year-old, could be in free agency this year. 87 speed, 90 acceleration. That looks like a really good outside linebacker. He's 6'5". I like that a lot. We could certainly find a spot for him if he wants to sign with the Wizards. The next youngest guy on the list is Jabari Sims, but we're going to look to bring Jabari Sims back in negotiations. We're going to give him a fat contract. There could be some decent players. Looks like there's a lot of decent overalls, low 90s, high 80s players that are going to be coming up in free agency. And then the draft class. We've only got one more week of regular season football before we get to the playoffs, then obviously the off season. I still haven't fully decided yet if I want to stream the off-season live? I think I do, because I've never done that before. I've never streamed the off-season of one of my series live on the channel before, so I might want to try to give that a shot and see what happens. Then you guys can actually give your input on who we sign in free agency or who we end up drafting, because I know a lot of you guys would be interested in that, because you've given me a lot of your created players to put in the class. So you guys are very intrigued, and you have a lot of stake in the actual first year draft here for the WOJFL. But that's going to do it for recapping what happened around the week 17 of the WOJFL. It's time to play the final week of the WOJFL season here in season 1. Wizards versus Oilers, 1 o'clock, CBS. If we win, we're in the playoffs. If we lose, we're out of the playoffs. That's basically how it is. It's very simple. Let's go see if we can make that happen and win and go to the playoffs. We are in Houston for the final game of the regular season here in year number 1 of the WOJFL. It's a crazy sight to be. I can't believe we've actually made it here. A lot of ups, a lot of downs, but we've gotten to this point. One game between us and the playoffs. Will we be a part of it, or will we be crying at home while other teams have a chance to win the first ever WOJFL championship? I guess we'll find out here as we play a team that we've already beaten in the past, as Thompson throws an incomplete pass. That could have been a very big play if he would have hit that, because you know our corners do not play well. They always get beat in coverage and always get diced up and all kinds of stuff. Get to Thompson. That's going to be caught. No, he didn't catch it. He dropped it. Initially, it looked like he caught it, but he does end up dropping that pass, which is good. Very, very good. 3rd down and 10. From the 25-yard line, they have yet to actually move the football. And that's going to be intercepted, but I hit the quarterback. I can't have anything nice, can I? Flash Wilson got the pick, but I hit Thompson a little bit too late. Why? I was just trying to get the sack on the man. Oh, and now artificially they've moved the football down the field. That's annoying. And I picked him off too. If I would have just like knocked incomplete, I wouldn't have been like super upset. The fact that I intercepted the ball makes it even worse. Flash Wilson loses an interception. They gain a bunch of yards, and now they're probably going to score off of that, because that's usually how it works. Quick throw. Drop down catch. 1st down completed for the Oilers. I hate my life. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's get the job done. Quick throw. Another drop. 1 for 4 for Thompson. He went to his best receiver and he just couldn't hang on to it. Very strange. Very, very strange, but they're at the 49-yard line. Handoff to the running back, Westbrook, and he got shut down by a combination of Jabari Sims and Javion Carter. He got shut down. And it's 3rd and 11. What do we got up our sleeves here? So hopefully something good. Get to the quarterback. I don't care how it happens. Just get to him. Nope, doesn't matter. It's incomplete, and I think they might be out of field goal range. I don't know. They could try it, and they won't. They will punt the football to us. Luckily, that roughing the passer call does not come back to bite me. They will punt the ball away, and we will have our first drive of the day. That's a nice punt, but they call it at the 20. I thought maybe it would drift outside and they call it like the 2 or something, but they do call it at the 20. So it ends up being not that nice of a punt. And I'm going to try the first play of the day today to be a stretch. Last time I did a stretch was last game. It did not work at all. This time I have hope. It didn't work at all. God, I hate the stupid stretch, bro. Block for an extra second. Please. It's not going to kill you to block. My God. So I'm retiring the stretch. At least for the rest of this season and playoff run if we do make it. It's just not a viable play call. Although Bradson Darn scrambling is a viable play call because he has used his legs very efficiently. Very efficiently. Can I hot route Speed McCree to make something crazy happen? No. I'll just give him the Texas route, the little angle. Throw that quickly. That's a risky throw. It's going to be knocked incomplete. 4th and 3. I kind of want to go for this. I don't really want to punt this ball away. I think we can get it. I know that might be stupid since we're giving them great field position if we don't get it. but I believe. You got to believe in the shield, and I believe. Quick throw, caught, dropped, Tyreek Lawson. Okay. I believed, but we didn't get it. That will lead to a Oilers touchdown, almost guaranteed. They will score now. Man, I really, really needed that conversion. 2nd and 4. That's tough. That's tough. Not getting that conversion to go. Oh, Jadeveon Carter got blocked, but Trey Watts is in there. That's number 2 on the episode for Trey Watts. Let's go, baby. Did he do a little, like, John Cena brush it off the shoulder type of thing? I don't see what he did here. What's the celly look like, Trey? Oh, hit him with a little brush off? You dog. Yes, sir. Trey Watts. 2nd sack of the episode for the good guys. Love to see it. And he shimmied on the other side too. He's goated. He's goated on them sticks. All right. 3rd and 13. We need another sack, preferably, because they're in field goal range. So if we could help push back even further, I would love it. Jadeveon Carter's going to do that. Another sack, back to back for the boys. They're still in field goal range, but at least it's a little bit more difficult. 4th and 19 from the 36. It's basically a 40-plus yard field goal. It's up. It's hooking left. It's no good. Oh, my God. That extra sack really paid off. Jadeveon Carter getting that extra sack, pushing him to the 36, was crucial. Because if that was 10 yards closer, he probably drills it. This has been the weirdest start to a game ever. 2 drives for the Oilers, no points. 1 drive for me, no points. McCree with a crazy juke move gets the first down. This might have to be a speed McCree game. He might have to just take over. Just take over, absolutely cook. And then when it needs to, we'll call a passing play and we'll dime it up. Like that. Walker hardly nowhere's wide open. I mean, they don't get easier than that. It really don't get easier than a wide open Walker hardly nowhere. So we'll go back with another run to speed. And they didn't really even do anything. That was just like the guy was standing there the whole time. I was hoping there'd be some sort of effort to block. But why would I ever get effort to block? Probably the final play of the first quarter. It's going to be MVP. He holds on and stays up on his feet. I thought he was going to get dropped down immediately. Final play of the quarter. It's 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. Okay. What do we call here? Slot cross? Maybe. Slot cross buns? Fire that. That's going to be intercepted. I did not even see that guy. I thought that I had a little bit more space on that side. And then I also got hit in the throw, so it wasn't going to be accurate regardless. Well, that's just the best thing that could have happened. A big interception thrown by Darn. Another solid run. Actually, the first solid run of the day for Westbrook. Oh, this has been the most annoying first half I've ever been a part of. Both teams can't really do much, but now I've had my 2 chances. I should be up by 14 points here. The CPU's given me 2 chances to take the lead, and they said, "Oh, you didn't use it on your first 2 chances. Yeah, you're done now." Basically, is what they're saying. It's time for them to just turn it on, and they will go down the field and score pretty quickly. Is what I'm assuming is going to happen. Oh, that's an unbelievable throw, and he dropped it. Thank God. That was an unbelievable timing on the throw. He cut back just at the right time, but he could not get his hands on it. And maybe I was wrong. They're going to punt this ball back to me. So I will take that for sure. I will take that all day. But you're not going to block for me? Oh, good juke by Tyreek Lawson. We get up to the 45-yard line. Okay, Bradson. That interception was probably more on me than it was on you. I will admit that, even though I hate to admit that. Probably was on me. And if I roll here, and I just got to take off and run. I wasn't going to find anybody on that side of the field that was going to be more yards than what I could have got with Darn. So take off and run, get the 4 yards, hand the ball off to Speed McCree, get the first down. Perfect. Perfectly executed. Perfectly executed. And now we go with a little PA cross. I tried this play in the last game and it worked. MVP was open. So let's try it again here in this one. See if it works again. It looks like it will, as long as it's an accurate throw, and it will be. MVP turns up the field. He's got a nice catch. That's exactly what we needed to do. That play usually is pretty money. There's only ever been like 1 or 2 times where I've experienced that play not work as intended, and those are rare occasions. Usually that play is pretty money. I'm going to go out of the backfield here to Speed. He's not going to have as much space as I thought he would. I thought that play was going to get us up to at least the 2 or the 1. I was wrong. I might have to roll out here. No, I'm stepping up in the pocket. Wow. I thought I had a lot of room to run there. That room closed almost as soon as I just decided to run. Tyreek Lawson, he holds on, touchdown. Wow, I thought he dropped it. I really thought he dropped it, but Tyreek Lawson holds on for the catch. It's a touchdown, and we lead here in Houston in the second quarter, late second quarter too. Dicker, the kicker, will put that one up and through the uprights, so we will lead. Beautifully executed. All right. Send that ball away, and we need to have another drive. The Oilers' offense has really not been able to do much. They even had the ball on our side of the 50, on our side of the 30 even. And they couldn't put up points because, well, 2 sacks, but still, they couldn't put up any points. So their offense has done nothing, and of course, now that I say their offense has done nothing, they're pretty much going to be unstoppable, is how I would assume that's going to go down. Because we've now opened the floodgates. We've scored. So now it's going to be like an avalanche of points, I'm assuming. This will be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Snaps it. He's got time. He fires it out of the backfield. It's Westbrook. He runs out of bounds. And it's not going to be the final play before the 2-minute warning because he ran out of bounds with 3 seconds to go. Oh, it is. Oh, what? He ran out of bounds to stop the clock and it still ran? Whatever. Works for me. 3 seconds, I don't have to be on the field covering. 2 minutes to go. They have all their timeouts, obviously. Ooh, little change. Completely changing the location of the receivers. And it's going to be a design quarterback keeper? What is this, prime? I don't even have a good representative for the quarterback here in the WOJFL. Prime Bradson Darn? Why would he audible to a quarterback draw? That just seems a little weird. But it worked out for him, so I can't complain, or I can't criticize it too much. I can complain about it. What did I tell you? They're opening the floodgates. They're starting to dominate the scoring. They're starting the passing. About a minute to go. We can't win off the line. That's an interception. Austin Miles. He intercepted the ball. Jumped the route. Take it to the house, Austin. Westbrook is coming back on you quickly. Get there, Miles. Get there. Get there. Touchdown. Pick 6 for the Wizards at the end of the half. Austin Miles. Oh, my God. He ran for miles and miles and miles and miles. Woo, that's a big one. That was a pretty careless throw from the quarterback. Those routes rarely ever connect in Madden. Those are money routes in real life, but those routes in Madden get jumped almost every single time, and this time it was jumped by Austin Miles. And now we lead 14-0 with getting the ball at the start of the second half. So we're looking like prime positioning. You know I love myself some prime positioning. 52 seconds. Still all of the timeouts. I didn't get a chance to use any of them on that last drive before the pick. What will they do? First pass after the interception. Little check down underneath. They use their first timeout. He gets stopped before he gets to the first down marker. 47 seconds to go. The snap, the throw quickly to their best receiver. And they're not going to use the timeout. They're going to run some no huddle. 30 seconds remain. Carter breaks through quickly. Jadeveon Carter adds to his big day. 2 sacks for the leader in the clubhouse. And they're not even going to use their timeout. They've conceded for the half. That's how you end a half, baby. A pick 6 by Austin Miles, and then a drive-ending sack and a half-ending sack by Jadeveon Carter, who already had one today. Adds a second one to his stat line, and that now adds 2 more to his sack leading total for around the WOJFL. I think with those 2 sacks, he's pretty much locked up the league lead in sacks this year, and maybe even locked up Defensive Player of the Year if they don't give it to Smoke Morrison for the 7 interceptions, which is possible. You know how Madden likes to value the interception stat. It is possible they give it to Smoke Morrison, but I think they would give it to, I would hope they'd give it to Jadeveon Carter, because he's played out of his mind this year, especially the second half of the season. He's been really, really good. Out of the backfield is Speed McCree. He breaks a tackle and is able to get the first down. Let's go, Speed. That broken tackle was crucial. That was crucial. Little play action again. We'll roll out to the side here and maybe send him up the field. He doesn't have to. I hate that play, man. Or not that play. I hate that animation. Why in the world would a ball that's going right past the guy not be caught by the guy? Like, he's got to be aware of the ball. That's annoying. Speed, get around him. How is Speed McCree not faster than a linebacker? I don't know. I don't know. None of this is open. I didn't see him until it was too late. I saw I was pressing the button, but it was already too late. I had the guy right in front of me. And now I will punt the ball. Oh, that's annoying. I didn't see him until it was too late. I was locked in on Y, and I just didn't notice him until it was already far too late for me to throw it. Luckily, I didn't throw it, and it didn't like end up in an interception or something, so that's okay. We couldn't capitalize on the huge momentum boost where we score at the end of the half. We stop them, and then we get the ball to start the second half, and we couldn't score there. But our defense has played really, really well in that first half. We need to keep doing the same exact thing. I really wanted Smoke Morrison to make an interception there, make a play on the ball, but he didn't do it. He might not have been in range, I guess, but still should at least put a hand up. Are the London Monarchs going to upset the Shamrocks? The Shamrocks are one of the best teams in the WOJFL. And it's Jadeveon Carter again. He's going to get half a sack there. They give it to Boogie Richardson the other half. Jadeveon Carter, well, that evens it up now because he had like, what, 12 and a half or something? So that evens it up with 2.5 now. Well, he's got like 14 and a half or 15, something like that. 15 sacks on the season. Get to him, please. What? Oh, my God. Why? Oh. Why would it turn me into the corner on the receiver? I was trying to turn into the linebacker to run at the quarterback. That's why I moved him around, because I thought that I was the linebacker. So I was trying to bring him down to the quarterback to sack him or to just tackle him. But then it turned me into the corner, and that's unbelievable. Allowing for an easy catch. That's a little bit of a tougher catch, but it works regardless. Oh, man, that guy is getting all up in the face of Storm McKinley. What the heck? What did he do? He just tackled you, big dog. Calm down. Calm down. Oh, that's going to be the edge. He's got the edge completely. He's got a touchdown. Westbrook had the edge completely. Easy touchdown for the Oilers. Oh, and unfortunately, just like that, they are back in this game. How is it that I threw an interception, they don't score off it? I don't convert a 4th down in my own territory, they don't score off of it. But I punt the football back to them in their own territory, and they score. Flash Wilson, I said he was due! He's gonna do it again! That's either number 3 or number 4 for the Flash. Ugh! Who cares about offense when you've got special teams? Tuesday, special teams, special players. Big time touchdown from the Flash. Let's go, baby. Who needs offense? I'll do it on defense and on special teams. That's a big momentum killer right there for the Oilers. That's a big momentum boost for us. And we will punt the ball, or we will send the ball back to them with 1:56 to go in the third quarter. We just got to ride this momentum all the way to the bank. If we win this game, we are in the playoffs. Unfortunately, it would probably be as the 7 seed, but hey, playoffs are the playoffs. Playoffs are the playoffs. And Westbrook has his X Factor activated. What is it? It's Freight Train. Uh-oh. That means he guaranteed to break the first tackle. He sees. Why did Flash Wilson get that kind of animation? He went like, ah! I wanted him to go 2 hands on the ball, intercept it, and pick 6 it, but he didn't do that. He was like flailing wildly. Oh, tackle him. Tackle him. I know he's got Freight Train, but he broke 2 tackles? He gained a yard. What's it? I think it's behind the line of scrimmage, right? And we didn't get that. We tried. Is it behind the line of scrimmage? Yeah, tackle for a loss. I tried to get him behind the line. He broke the first tackle, though. And he broke the second tackle, too. He's overpowered. They're going to hand off to him again. We almost had him behind the line again. But he's able to just sneak his way forward for just a couple yards just to keep that X Factor rolling. 3rd and 7. They certainly can't run this ball here. I mean, they could. But they wouldn't. They shouldn't. They're going to throw it. It's going to be knocked incomplete. Thank God for Howard Woodson. 4th and 7. Do they go for this? No, they punt it away. I thought maybe they'd start to get a little aggressive considering it's going to be the 4th quarter in 16 seconds. And they're down by 2 scores. I'm going to let this bounce. Hopefully it does. Please bounce. Don't just die. Thank God. I thought that was going to just die at the 2 or whatever. All right, so 9 seconds to go 3rd quarter. Hand this ball off to McCree. End the 3rd quarter on a high note. McCree, please just have the speed to get the edge, man. All right, end of the 3rd quarter. We lead 21-7. Now all we got to do is ride it out. Run the ball a couple times, waste some clock, maybe score, hopefully score, and then call it a day and get ready for the next week for the playoffs because we got possible playoff football. And, of course, one of the best runs, if not the best run of the day, is going to come back because of a hold. We haven't really got that many holds this game, or this episode, really. The only big hold of the episode was the one that was called back last game on that huge run by the Elks. I don't know who. Ah, crap. Oh, crap. I didn't. Oh, that's just bad decision making by me. Nobody got open, so I didn't know what to do. And then I saw that there was a lot of space in front of me, so I wanted to run. But by then it was already too late because the guy was already broke free off the line, off his block. Oh, and that's a bad throw because he got hit on the throw. Oh, man. 2 back-to-back frustrating plays, and we got to punt the ball right back to him. That drive could not have ended more frustrating. I guess it could have if I would have threw a pick or something, but it's annoying, man. Both those plays should have ended in big-time plays, big-time yardage gain, maybe even first downs, maybe even a touchdown. Who knows, but that's annoying. Now we got to go back on defense. At least we have a 2-touchdown advantage, so we don't have to worry about, like, if they score, they tie it or something. Oh, my God, Flash Wilson, number 2 in the day. Come on, Flash. You got the speed. Take it to the house again. Another pick 6 for Flash Wilson. He's goated. Flash Wilson. He said, listen, coach, I know this is a big game. Let me handle it. He's got a kick return touchdown, and he's got 2 pick 6 touchdowns. Flash Wilson, build him the statue. Build him an effing statue outside of the stadium. He deserves it. He is that guy. Wow. Flash Wilson. Hasn't really done too much on defense all season, really, if you think about it. He's been a really good special teamer. Obviously, he's got like 3 or 4 kick return touchdowns, but he's been like kind of a background guy for most of the season because we got Howard Woodson, we got Smoke Morrison, Storm McKinley, Austin Miles, all these guys in the secondary that are taking up a lot of the shine. But today, Flash Wilson he ate his Wheaties. He said, I'm taking over. This is my game. I'm going to announce myself to the world stage. And he has certainly done that. 2 interceptions, returned for touchdowns, and a kick return in the same game. My man is on a heater. He is on a heater. And now it's 28-7. Playoffs most definitely secured. If I were to choke away a 3-touchdown lead and not even a full quarter of football, I would have to retire. But I don't see that happening, so we can kind of rest easy, just kind of ride out these last 4 minutes and get ready for the playoffs. I don't know who we're going to be playing, although I do know. We're going to be playing the 2 seed because we are the 7 seed, most likely. Another interception. Oh, dropped by Westbrook. They went to their running back out of the in a passing play, and that probably wasn't the best idea. I don't think he has the greatest hands, as shown right there. 4th and 6. This is basically the final play for the Oilers. And it's going to be a pass incomplete. I was trying to get another interception there, but it's a turnover on downs for the Oilers. And I could throw another, keep passing it, maybe try to score quickly, but we might as well just try to run it. And maybe we score quickly with a run too. Who knows? It is Speed McCree, after all. But I would prefer just to run this ball, keep getting nice yards, run the clock down, and then get ready for playoff football next episode. Although that was not the good run I was hoping for. So now we do have to pass. We'll go a little play action here. Now, the last couple times I've called this play, I've gone out of the backfield, or I've gone with a simple throw. That time I go Walker Hardly Knower. Nope, not Walker Hardly Knower. Edison Yarborough. And he gets a nice catch for a first down. And we go back to the run. He did walk out of bounds, so the clock does stop, but that's okay. Because we can get the ball rolling here with a run with speed. I got stuck behind my blocker, but that's okay. Because a run is a run. Taking a lot of time off. The game is basically over anyway, but if we were to score here, the game is guaranteed to be over. A 4-touchdown advantage in not even 3 minutes of football. If I were to blow that, I wouldn't even just have to retire. I'd have to just delete the channel, I guess, if I were to lose that. Because you could never take me seriously after that. Speed McCree bounces around, could not get in. He's at the 1. Are they going to bring in Lamar Ferguson or Tank Barber, or are we going to have Speed out there? Let's give it to Lamar Ferguson here. He's a vulture. Although the 2-minute warning goes. Is it still going to be Lamar? They want Speed to give it. You know what? Let's give it to Speed. Speed's been having his touchdown stolen at the goal line plenty of times this season. Might as well give him a chance at one. 3rd and goal. Speed McCree. He's in. I thought he was going to be denied, but he backs into the end zone, and that is the ball game. Your Orlando Wizards will secure a playoff spot for next episode. I thought it wasn't going to happen, especially after last episode, the way those games went, the frustration that built. I really didn't think we were going to be in a spot to win these games and make the playoffs. But we have done it. 35-7 with basically 2 minutes to go in our regular season. We will, although the Oilers will also have made the playoffs. So 3 teams from the division will make the playoffs. The other team is the Orbits, and the Orbits suck. The Thunderbirds are going to win their game because they're playing the Orbits. Interception. Oh my God. I almost picked that off. That would have been awesome. I kind of hope that we get matched up with the Oilers in the playoffs because we know we can beat them. We've beat them twice now during the season. We know that we can beat them. Oh, it's a wide open ball, though. I hate that. I really do hate that. Please tackle him. Thank you. I hate when I play man coverage and my guy just gets wide open. Like, what are we doing? Are we not playing man coverage? What's happened? Jadeveon Carter's had a big game today. He's had a big season. Flash Wilson's had the biggest game of his life. Please turn me into the right guy. I could have knocked that ball incomplete if I would have been Austin Miles quicker than what I was. Man, Flash Wilson. I really hope he gets superstar development or something, or star development. I think he's already a star. Or maybe he's a normal. I don't know. I hope he goes up a development trade, basically. He deserves after this game. That's pass interference or unnecessary roughness at the worst. Let's see. 3rd and 9. They're obviously going to go for it if they don't get it here. 3rd and 9. 1:14 to go. Down 35-7. What's Thompson got up his bag? Nothing. Woodson didn't pick it off. I was too close. I was too far inside. The way that the ball was thrown and the angle of the camera made me think I was right on the ball. I thought for sure I picked that off. But I was probably a lot farther away than I thought. Oh, that's annoying. and embarrassing too. And they're going to score off this. Don't let them score. Oh my God, they're at the 1. They're going to get one more play. Please do not let them score. Come on, accelerated clock. Blitz the linebackers. They're probably going to hand this off to Westbrook. Final play. It's a pass. Don't let him score. No. I was hoping to keep him at 7. Oh, Treylon Lozano scores with 8 seconds to go. So they get some sort of, I don't know, some sort of their dignity back. Some piece of their dignity as they go down 35-14. Would they kick an onside here? I don't think they would, but I'm going to play for it anyway just in case. And they won't. I wasn't sure. I didn't think they would with 8 seconds to go, but I just wanted to make sure. And we'll let that bounce into the end zone, and we'll kneel it one time to secure our playoff spot. Oh, I guess not kneel it. We'll run the ball one time. Sure, whatever. As long as it keeps the clock running, don't care what happens. Speed McCree up the field to the 32, and the Orlando Wizards at the buzzer have clinched a playoff spot. Woo, that had me going for a second. When I started this episode, I did not think that we would be in the playoffs at the end of it. But we get both W's and we secure a playoff spot. Makes me super happy. Because it makes me happy. Big time W. Let's advance and see the goods. Show me the goods. There it is. No! We're playing the Golden Eagles. Oh, I can't believe it. During the regular season, we split 1-1 against the Golden Eagles, and now we play them in the wild card round next episode. That is crazy. Oh, no. That's going to be a tough game. That is going to be a real tough game. But we've made the playoffs. This is what the playoff bracket officially looks like. I will move my camera probably to the middle of the thing, or maybe I'll just... you might be able to see the playoff matchup. I'm not sure. Whatever. 1 seeds are the Pioneers and the Shamrocks. 2 seed over on the AFC side is the Desperados. 3 seed is the Golden Eagles. 4 seed is the Condors. 5 is the... Are they the Voyagers? I think they're the Voyagers. And then it's the 6 seed is us. The 7 seed is the Oilers, so we jump them and we go to the 6 seed. That's crazy. Then over the NFC side, the 1 seed is the Pioneers, 2 seed is the Tigers, 3 is the Steamers, 4 is the Bulls, 5 is the Thunderbirds, 6 is the Elks, or no, not the Elks, the Antlers, and 7 is the Elks. So that is your playoff matchup. We will obviously take a more in-depth look when we get into the franchise tool, and we will also look at the whatchamacallits, the stats in the franchise tool as well. So what a crazy episode to end the regular season, but we make the playoffs at 11-6, and the prize for making the playoffs is to take on the division winner in our own division, the Golden Eagles. It's going to be crazy. We got to go to Mexico City to the Eagles' nest next episode. But let's recap Week 18 in the WOJFL, what happened around the league, and also take a look at some stats. All right, so it is updated here to show the road to the playoffs. That's pretty cool. And obviously, if we weren't using relocated teams, it would have the actual NFL logo teams on there, but that's okay. We already looked at the playoff bracket in the actual save, so we know all the teams and where they're positioned, and we can see them here as well. Dublin, Sacramento, Mexico City, Louisville, San Diego, us, and the Houston Oilers. And then over on the other side, it's Portland, Memphis, Austin, Omaha, Rio de Janeiro, Honolulu, and Albuquerque. So that is where we stand. Obviously, if we beat the Golden Eagles, which is a big if we beat them, then we would most likely play the Shamrocks in the 1 versus 6 matchup, because obviously we'd be the lowest seed. That's all saying if the Oilers don't beat the Desperados, because if the Oilers beat the Desperados, which I don't see happening, but if they do, then they would play the Shamrocks, and we would probably play the winner of the 4-5, whoever comes out of that one, which I would assume would be the Condors, but it very well could be the Voyagers, because they have a better record. The Condors only have the 4 seed because they won the division, so anything could happen, really. Anything could happen. We finished the regular season ranked number 15, so very middle of the pack. in terms of NFL power rankings. Offensive power rankings, we finished as the worst offense in the WOJFL and the best defense in the WOJFL. Take that for what it is. The schedule, regular season, week number 18. Armadillos beat the Elks 28-7. Condors defeat the Aviators 31-28. Golden Eagles destroy the Orbits, which is no surprise, 42-13. The Bulls fall to the Lumberjacks 27-24. Nighthawks defeat the Huskies 24-21. Shamrocks beat the Monarchs, who finished the season with 1 win. I really wish they would have got the 0 wins. That just would have made it even better, but they do end up getting 1 win on the season. They lose 28-21. Steamers beat the Antlers 38-21. Black Knights defeat the Sentinels 31-24. Thunderbirds fall to the Riverhogs 38-30. We beat the Oilers 35-14. Voyagers defeat the Dragons 28-25. Close game. Talk about close games. The Blues barely get by the Caps 16-14. Dreadnoughts destroy the Tigers 35-17. We got, that's a crazy game. Whoa, 6-11 versus 13-4. The Tigers got destroyed? That's insane. They must have sat everybody or so. I don't know what happened there. They just got blown out. Desperados beat the Bison 30-24. Mounties defeat the Redwoods 28-17. And the Pioneers, the best team in the WOJFL, continue to be that as they blow out the Snowhawks 38-21. So those are your stats for the final games of the first season here in the WOJFL. Now we get to the postseason, wild card weekend. You got Oilers, Desperados, Elks, Tigers. Then you got us and the Golden Eagles, Antlers and Steamers, Voyagers and Condors, and then to wrap it all up, it's Thunderbirds and Bulls. It's going to be quite the wild card weekend next episode. Stats on the year. The passing leader goes to Penn Brady. It was back and forth between him and Steigenberger for most of the season, and it looks like Penn Brady had secured it. But Steigenberger drops 43 touchdowns to just 5 interceptions on the season, so I would assume he's going to win the MVP. Those are pretty good MVP numbers, if you ask me. He also had a 73, almost 74, basically 74% completion percentage, which is right on par with what Penn Brady did as well. Very good numbers from all the boys. If we go to the rushing leader, Herschel Gates finishes with 1,991 yards. So he didn't have a game good enough to get over 2,000, but he still had a very, very good game. He finishes also with 21 rushing touchdowns to almost lead the WOJFL because Kenneth Ken Jr. had 21 as well, but he does lead in actual rushing yards. Receiving goes to Ja'Cory Crispy, 1,500 yards, along with 19 touchdowns, which does lead the WOJFL. All right. Tackle leader is a new route runner here. Devondre Fernandez, out of nowhere from the Nighthawks, comes up with a 119 tackles, solo tackles, and 147 total. So he passes both Fred Foster and Robert Richhood, who were the leaders for most of the season. And Denzel Yost was also there for a lot of the season. But Fred Foster and Richhood were the two main guys most of the season. And Fernandez just comes out of nowhere. He might have been obviously he was around the top 5 for the season because he wouldn't have had that great of a season to jump up to number 1 if he wasn't. But that's crazy. I didn't expect that. And Jadeveon Carter, with that crazy 2.5 sack performance against the Oilers, does secure the sack lead for the WOJFL with 16.5. Very nice to see. Interception leader is officially Smoke Morrison with 7 throughout the year, so hopefully he wins Defensive Player of the Year. If not, it's going to go to, I would assume, Jadeveon Carter. And then Ronnie Wayne and Howard Woodson both tied in second with 6 interceptions. Flash Wilson had to have jumped up here somewhere because he got those 2 in that game, which is pretty crazy. There he is. So he finishes with 3 on the season, and he also had, I should say 2 pick sixes here because he had 2 in one game, but it didn't count it for some reason. All right, whatever. And then the kicking leader is Jason Hamilton, so Shoelace Otani does not lead the league in kicks. And then returns, Flash Wilson is the best kick returner in all of the WOJFL because he has a total of, if I can find him, there he is. He has a total of 51 returns, 1,400 yards, and 3 kick return touchdowns. That is pretty darn good if you ask me. The standings, the players, where is the stats for, can I see the stats for a specific team? Oh, I have to go up here probably, right? The Sentinels, the Shamrocks, the Monarchs. Where are we at? I don't remember where we are. I can't see our logo, so I just kind of have to guess. There we are. All right, so let's take a look at our individual stats on the season if I can. So we got Bradson Darn led the team, obviously, with 3,300 yards, 21 touchdowns, 23 interceptions. That's a very World of Juice stat line, is it not? Kenny George, Smooth Jazz, had 737 yards, 6 touchdowns, 6 picks. And then Xander Young, 385, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. I just kind of got fed up with those two guys. And then obviously we had Isaiah Cannon, but we traded him to get Bradson Darn. Speed McCree leads the team, obviously, with 1,198 yards and 12 touchdowns. Bradson Darn was second because he had those, 2 games where he just destroyed it with his legs. 539 and 5 touchdowns. Then Lamar Ferguson, he had 3 touchdowns. Tank Barber had 2 touchdowns through the goal line. And then receiving, Yarborough leads the team with 49 catches. He was my favorite target for most of the season. 789 yards, 3 touchdowns. Tyreek Lawson had 8 touchdowns. He was the big play threat with 640 yards. MVP, 590 and 3 touchdowns. Parker Peters had 448 and 2. I was really feeding Parker Peters at the end of the season there. And I was also feeding Speed McCree out of the backfield most of the season as well. So that's the offensive stats. Defensively, Bricklaw leads the team with 87 tackles. No surprise there. He's the captain of the defense. He also had 1 pick, 5 tackles for loss. Smoke Morrison, 74 tackles, 1 sack, 7 picks. Woodson had 54 tackles, 6 picks. Tyler Prince, had 49 tackles, 1 interception. Storm McKinley, 47 tackles, no picks for Storm. I thought he got 1. Austin Miles had a pick as well. That was the pick 6 that he had in this episode. Then Trey Watts, 19 tackles for loss, 10 sacks. Javion Carter, 33 tackles, 25 for loss, and 16.5 sacks. And Jabari Sims kind of trailed off at the end there because Javion Carter kind of took over. But at the beginning of the season, Jabari Sims was all about it. He was all about it. Brady Montana had a pick. Flash Wilson had 3 picks. And why are they counting it only as 1 touchdown? Did he not get 2 pick sixes in that game? Am I just making that up? No, he had 2 pick sixes. I don't know. Whatever. It's not a big deal. I just could have sworn that I had the pick sixes and stuff. So those are your stats for the season. Offensively, we were bad. We were 21st in points with 21.7 per game. We were last in the WOJFL in passing yards, 177.5. Rushing yards, we 108.7, 21st. And then giveaways, we were 28. We gave away 28 times, which is not surprising in the least. Our defensive stats, 7th in points allowed, 19.2. 1st in passing yards allowed, even though we get diced up every single time with 185.1. And then rushing yards, that's where we really dominated right there. 67.6 yards per game with the opposing running back. That is awesome. And then we got 22 takeaways this season, which is really, really cool. Our most expensive player is Tyreek Lawson, but I think he's also an upcoming free agent, and he is. We also have Jabari Sims, who we're hoping to bring back. So we're hoping to bring back these 2 guys, Tyreek Lawson, Jabari Sims. These other 2 guys I would like to bring back, but I don't know if we're going to have the money to do that. But that is where we stand. That is where we stand in terms of our stats on the season and the recap of what happened in the Week 18 of the WOJFL. So it is going to be a massive episode next time out. We've got wild card action against the Golden Eagles. It's going to get crazy. I don't know if we're going to win, but I hope and pray to the baby Jesus that we do. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.